Alright, what's up everyone? I'm here to bring you an update on MIR protocol. This is a cryptocurrency that's recently popped up on my radar and I think should be on your radar as well. Folks, I've been bringing you gorgeous low cap gems, gorgeous setups. You have to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon notified of notifications, because in this video I'm going to explain what this is, run through the technicals, and kind of explain the actually pretty substantial opportunity I see in this thing. And it's such an interesting concept, so let's really delve into this. So MIR is essentially, it creates synthetic representations of real-world assets that are tracked on the blockchain. So, in English, what does that mean? Well, you could create a synthetic representation of Tesla, of Apple, of Netflix, of Google, the FANG stocks, you know, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. You know, people throw that around. I didn't really know what that meant, but yeah, that's what FANG. If you ever hear someone say FANG stocks, it's Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. And so, with MIR, the goal of this thing is to create basically an exchange and synthetic representations of those assets, so that, you know, with the recent Robinhood debacle, you know, there's no centralized entity that has control over this thing. They're aiming to be decentralized. I'm pretty sure that's how their MIR token comes into play. I think you get some governance. There's some governance tools with their token. I have to look more into it. I've just only begun to look into it, but I wanted to put it on your guys' radar. And I do see some interesting things happening in the technicals that I thought were worth bringing up. This is interesting enough to be worth bringing up. And it's not a super low cap, but it's kind of a low cap. It's kind of a low capper. It's on page 2 of CoinGecko. This is a coin that I think, you know, as this market continues to mature, could be potentially a first page coin. It has a market cap of 150 million, so you know, I think that's kind of like on the lower end. I personally consider low market cap 100 million and under. I'd say 100 million to a billion is kind of mid market cap, and a billion and above is high market cap. You know, that's just how I do it. But hey guys, you know, this is interesting. It has sufficient trading volume where I'm not afraid to, because whenever something has too low trading volume, that should like tell you that people aren't really interested in this. Or if it has too high trading volume, then that should tell you, you know, no one really wants to hold this thing. So you kind of want to have, there's kind of a sweet spot when it comes to trading volume, and you know, roughly about 10% of the circulating supply being, the market cap being represented in the 24-hour trading volume, I believe is within the sweet spot. I like seeing that personally. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, just to kind of further explain the opportunity with this thing, let's take a look at the price action here. So I do believe we're kind of forming somewhat of an Elliott wave here, where we're currently in the beginning stages of some kind of, well, we are forming some kind of ABC correction here. Now, if we take our Elliott wave away here for a sec, I see something very interesting, which is, folks, this is a bull flag. If we can get above certain key resistance levels, I think this has a very good chance of exploding. Like, for those who don't know, what a bull flag is basically we have a major run up, a major impulse, and then this downward moving channel. And if we break above this resistance line, then we have a good chance of breaking up the height of the original impulse. So if indeed we break out bullishly, let's say from, you know, $4.90, $5 is the breakout point, could this go to $8, $9? I think it could, folks. I really think it could. I think we're in the beginning stages of a bull run. We haven't seen anything yet. You know, the institutions are just getting into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's an absolute monster. It's past $50,000. It's going to continue to explode, in my opinion. I think in 2021, we're going to see Bitcoin in the several hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, why do I bring that up? Because I don't think Bitcoin is just going to go to that high, and that's not going to have an impact on the altcoins. I think the good altcoins, the interesting altcoins, the altcoins that have real-world use case, such as this, I think are going to continue to do well as the market as a whole continues to grow in value. So I kind of want to mention some key things with this. So I do think if we break out from the kind of this slanted red line, I do think we have a good chance of seeing bullish continuation. Obviously, I think we're going to meet some kind of resistance at all-time highs, kind of, you know, $5.90 to $6. I think that area will act as resistance. But if and when we can get above that and tackle these all-time highs and hold above $6, I think this is flying to $8, $9, folks. And but more short-term than that, I kind of think the real key area we need to look out for is 1460. That's the point of control in the VPVR, meaning this 1460 is where the most amount of volume is being traded. And so since we're below that, that area is going to act as resistance. And we also have all our EMAs basically on the 4 hour are above us. So basically 460 and kind of, 480 to 460 is going to act as very, very strong resistance. So there's a chance that we may not break out, we may consolidate further. If we continue to get rejected off these levels, I do think we have a good chance of falling from kind of, I'd say, $4.08 to $3.80. I say that because of the previous wick here, and we're starting to see the 200 EMA on the 4 hour just begin to form. We have a spike in volume here at kind of 408, 406, 407. So that's why I kind of place this green box here. This would be my accumulation zone. If I were so inclined to get into this, that is where I would be starting to look at dollar cost average. If we start to break below this level and this green line here, that's very bad news bears, very no bueno. I'd start to get worried, but if indeed we do break below this key level here, I do think we have a good chance of then falling to like a $3.20 zone. The 618 Fibonacci retracement zone is right here. That's kind of the measure of last resort. I think this is the lowest we could fall and still potentially remain short-term bullish and continue uptrending in the short term. Kind of these peaks here to the 618 is where I would be looking to accumulate. This is like kind of the measure of last resort in my opinion. If we start to fall below $3, very bad news bears. Very no, but I wouldn't be interested in this anymore if we fall below $3. But as long as we maintain above $3, I think the long-term outlook for this thing is very interesting. It has a very interesting real-world use case. In this way, you won't need Robinhood if you can just trade synthetic assets on the blockchain on like Uniswap and stuff. So this is very interesting. They already have a synthetic representation of Apple on Uniswap. So like if we look it up here, if we look at MIR, yeah, see. You can see there's already a synthetic representation of Apple, which is very interesting. So it's an interesting concept, folks. Do your own research. Okay, these new coins can be risky. Okay, but I do see opportunity in this. And just to kind of summarize, kind of wrap things up for you folks, I do think this is extremely interesting because it looks like a bull flag. If we can break above kind of this key resistance level, I think breaking above 460 tells me we have a good chance of testing this key resistance. If we break above this key resistance, that tells me we have a good chance of testing, $6 all-time highs. If we break above $6 all-time highs, I think we see $8, $9 easy. So, if anything interesting further happens with this thing, we'll definitely be talking about it here and in our Discord group. Link to join our Discord will be down in the description below. As well, folks, consider joining our Patreon, okay, where they get access to our VIP Discord. In our VIP Discord, you get access to our low-cap gems, catalyst setups we're looking at, all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out, folks. Link to join that will be down in the description below. As well, we will be giving away a hardware wallet randomly to one of the first 100 Patreon members. So make sure you consider supporting us. Again, link for all that will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.